Hello guys, welcome to a new vlog. Coda says hi as always. Shensi is down here too, don't you worry. When I tell you guys that I'm reading what I think is my favorite book of this whole summer, I'm not lying. I'm reading what I think is the best book I've read all summer. Like, it is such a good book. I'm here for it. I'm here for the romance. I'm geeking out. I'm smiling so hard. It is ridiculous. I am so in love with this book. It is Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. If you guys have seen my previous vlogs, you guys might have noticed that I've been making my way through Abby Jimenez books. She has about 4 to 5 books, and my mistake was to start with Yours Truly just because I knew some of the characters that come out in Yours Truly, which is her latest book, were previously in their own story, own book, and now I've realized that Part of Your World was one of those books. The main character from Yours Truly is the best friend of the main character in Part of Your World. I am loving Part of Your World, okay? Since the first chapter, I was hooked. The romance, everything, the main character. I am so head over heels by these two main characters. And if you guys have read this book, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, because it's just, how can you not? How can you not like this book? It is by far my favorite book from Abby Jimenez thus far. I've read now with this one 3. I'm loving this one. Best book. I didn't know anything going into the book, but now having read some of her books, I just knew that there was going to be some type of animal. A dog, obviously. There was going to be a hunting dog, either an artist or a doctor, and in this case we have both. Those are just little things that Abby Jimenez has in her stories. I know, like, that's just like a staple in her work, and that's okay, it's fine. So I'm gonna continue reading it. I want to say I'm like 40% into the book. We're following this doctor, and she has been dating this guy for so long, and her family's in the doctor business, like their whole family. Her family's pretty much like royals within the medical field, and she recently broke up with this guy that was horrible to her, like horrible piece of shit, horrible guy. And she finds this guy in this small town. Obviously he is buff, he's hot, and he knows how to do things like furniture, carpentry, and other things. He nails things. Okay, that was bad. Anyways, he is a good time, you know, and that's what she thinks that she's gonna be having with this guy. But you know, one thing leads to the other, and obviously we're here for the romance. And they have a 10-year gap in their age, so she's 38 and he's 28, so you know, she's just having the time of her life, and I'm having the time of my life. He's having the time of his life. We're all having the time of our lives. I am so in love with this book. So it is pretty much 7 p.m. already. I mean, the sun is already going down. Sunset is pretty much happening, but the building just covers everything, so I don't get to see it from here. But yeah, the times are changing. Fall is coming. I think fall is the 21st of September, right? It is Monday, September 18th, and I just think that this week is the perfect week to do a summer send-off. You know, like, summer was here, did not like it, did not enjoy it, but I did read some good romance books. I mean, it is the best time. It is my favorite time to read romance stories, romance books, you know, relationships. But this book so far has been the best romance story I've read thus far. So I thought it would be a great idea to just, for this week, last week of summer, to read romance stories. Just read romance books. So this one's gonna be the first one I'm gonna sit down and read right now, because that is all I want to do. This book is consuming me, and it's like those type of books that you just want to read the whole time. Like, you don't care about work, you don't care about cooking, you don't care about cleaning, you don't care about working out, you know, you don't care about anything. Like, you just have to read this book. That's me. I need to read this book so I can continue with my life. So that's what I'm gonna do today, probably tomorrow too, because I don't think I'm gonna finish it tonight. Maybe, I don't know. But I do have a bunch of books here ready for me. I was going to show you guys my options, but I'm just gonna wait and see which one I decide to pick up and just go with my guts. Once I'm done with that one, I'll choose another one from this stack right here. You guys don't get to see it because then this vlog is not going to be exciting, you know? We just have options here. I just thought that was a good idea for this last week of summer. I mean, it is still going to be hot for me. It hasn't even started cooling in the mornings. I don't get to wear sweaters after this week. I think we have summer heat for another month. But after this week, fall is coming. Like my house, like I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready for Halloween, fall and Halloween, you know? Things are happening. So I have my Kindle here. I also have my snacks. If you guys, these are so good. I am obsessed with them. I had them on Saturday because I was hungry at Target and I bought a bag and I am obsessed with them. You can't have any. I have my snacks, I have my soda, I have my book, and we're just gonna have a great time. Okay, honestly, everyone, Alexis' parents, straight to jail. Jess and Gabby, her friends, straight to jail. Neil, straight to jail. What are they doing to my girl? The people surrounding her are horrible, but her parents, don't even get me started with her parents. I want to cry just thinking about how she has to deal with her parents in this way. Her parents are 70-year-olds. They just retired from being doctors and making this hospital so much money, but they are a nightmare. They are like the nightmare of parents who have done great things, and like her mom, you know, she has dealt with this guy for so long that she's numb. She no longer feels anything because she has dealt with this guy for so long, but she might love him. I think she loves him. I mean, to be with this kind of person, you have to love them. I'm not sure, but back your girl up. That's not that difficult. I was gonna say my mom has done it for me, but that's another story, not for here. I'm speechless. Neil is horrible. Her ex, horrible. He is just a nightmare to have and to be around, and I get why she doesn't want him to find out about Daniel, because Daniel is just a gift. He is everything. He needs to be taken care of and hidden, like put in a box, and just, he's perfect. He's precious. He just has to be protected. And you guys, I was so stressed during that scene with her friends because I thought everything was gonna go to shh. I was so stressed. I just like that Alexis is like realizing how privileged and entitled her family, friends, her whole environment, how entitled they are, how privileged they are, how money to them means nothing because they have it, compared to people who don't have it, compared to people that work their asses off. I mean, they do too. They do great things. They're doctors and everything, but compared to Daniel and the people in this town who are just, you know, they don't have much, I just love seeing that perspective changing in her and her realizing that she's also part of this entitled, privileged group of people. I just love that character development because if she hadn't realized that, it would be so sad. You know, she's different. She's not like these people. I mean, there's a point where she's like, was I ever like this? Have I ever been like this? Because that's unacceptable. And I love that about her. She sees the difference between being someone or liking someone who you like because of their character, because of their person, because of their morals, their standards, just how someone can be likable by how reliable they are, their character, their personality, their work ethic, how they help people. I don't know, just Daniel. And then you have Neil, who just is an entitled brat. And people like him because of his status, because his class, because he has money, because he is a surgeon, famous surgeon. And it's just like, Daniel is over here. This book is so good. And don't even get me started on the picture. I lost it. I was laughing so much with the picture. If you have read this book, you know what I'm talking about. That picture that he was gonna send. I was cracking up. It was the funniest scene I've read in a very long time. In any book, whatever book, I was just laughing the whole time. It was the best scene. That's where I'm at. If you guys have read it, you know what I'm talking about. If you guys haven't read it, wait until you get to that scene. You'll thank me later. It's so funny. I was hilarious. It's 7:47. I'm about to get in the bike because I haven't worked out. And I have to do that because I didn't do anything yesterday. So I have to work out today. I'm gonna get in the bike. Hopefully I can read the book. I've tried to read before, like when I go on a run, when I'm on the bike, or just on a walk, and I just can't focus on the audiobook. It just, I haven't developed that skill yet, and I'm hoping I do because, you know, it's like you kill two birds with one stone. Don't do that, it's horrible. I'm hoping that I can stick to it because I tried reading last night and I read like 3 chapters and I was falling asleep. Just wanted to update you. This is the longest update. I have to go. Good morning, guys. It is Saturday. I just got out of the shower, so excuse the hair. I was gonna do my makeup as well, but I don't think I'm gonna go anywhere. If I do, I'll tell you guys. But I did finish writing. I didn't write that book. I wish I had. I did finish reading Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, and 10 out of 10. I loved that story so much. I want to talk about it, but we'll do it at the end of the video just to wrap up my thoughts on all the books that I read, because I do need to talk about the magical realism in that book that I did not know I was gonna get, and I was so excited and I really enjoyed the way it was done, but I will talk about it at the end of the video. I started reading another book and I'm so excited as well because I am enjoying it. I knew I was gonna like it, and I knew a lot of people also are liking it a lot. I had high hopes for it. I was expecting it to be a great book, and so far so good. And that is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. This is the second book that I read by her. It's her latest release. I do have her other book, Love in the Brain, but I haven't gotten to that one just because I heard amazing things about this one. I'm like 90 pages into this book, and our main character, Elsie, she's so funny. I love her personality so much because she has like this I need to please everyone personality, but also like she freaks out about everything. She overthinks everything, and she makes like these assumptions of people and what she thinks that they're thinking, and then she thinks other things. She's so funny and chaotic and just like has the most awkward but funny and out of this world encounters with our main character, Jack. I love having dual point of views in books. For example, with Abby Jimenez, she always has both characters' points of views, so we get to see what both of the characters are thinking and how they fall in love with each other and stuff. But for this book, we only have Elsie's point of view. We don't have Jack's point of view, and I don't think we're gonna get it. I don't think it's a dual point of view. And that makes it interesting because we get to see everything that's running through her head. We get to see what she thinks he's thinking. But the only thing that he gives is blank. He doesn't react to things. He doesn't express, like she can't read him. And I love that because then we can't read him. But we know. We know things she doesn't know. And that's okay. I'm planning on reading all day today. I didn't even tell you guys what this book is about, but really quick. So we have Elsie and Jack, and they both work on physics. I mean, think about the Big Bang Theory, and every time I read her books, it reminds me of the Big Bang Theory because we have physicists. So Jack is an experimental physicist and she's a theoretical physicist. They both work in this field, but they don't know that. I just love the dynamic that she writes with both characters because she makes it somehow like Ali's characters are like in the same field, in the same area. They know about their work and everything, but she doesn't make it to where there's like a power, like we're here to like in a power position, except for right now at the beginning. That is what we're seeing, just because she's trying to get this job, and obviously it's up to him if she gets the job or not, but she's just not going to be working under his wing kind of thing. So it's not going to be a power move thing. You know, it's not gonna be creepy like that or weird like that. Also, another big thing is that Elsie works as a fake girlfriend situation. Like, she fake dates to get paid for it, and right now she's getting paid to fake date his brother, but he doesn't know that. It's only between Elsie and George, and no one else knows. So they know each other already from those encounters, and things just go from there. Jack, we don't know much about him, so I can't tell you much about him. I know he's gonna be like another fictional boyfriend, but I still can't get over Daniel, so I think it's too soon. But we'll see by the end of this book. Daniel, Jack, I don't know. I was just getting ready because I'm going to dinner, but I wanted to update you guys before I do that. I'm still reading this. I'm on page 250, chapter 18, and I'm really enjoying this book. I love Elsie. I told you guys about her character. The romance is building, and we're also getting to see more about Elsie's career and getting to see what happens with that, because at the beginning of the story, Elsie was applying for this job that she really needed, that she really wanted, and she hates teaching, and she wanted to get this job that she was interviewing for, but there was another candidate also going for the job, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get to see how her career develops and all that good stuff, but also the romance. I still think that not having his point of view, it just makes it a bit difficult to know what's going on in his head, obviously, and that makes it hard for me to be like totally immersed because I don't have his point of view. I don't know what he's thinking yet. We kind of know, but we actually don't know because everything that we get is from her point of view, so who knows. I'm hoping to get time tonight to finish it because I would really like to finish it tonight. Today I haven't had time to read either, and that's because today is my 1-year wedding anniversary. It is September 24th. I can't believe it's been a year since we got married. It's crazy, but we're celebrating tonight. That's why I just got ready. I need to change. We're gonna go have dinner, and after that we're gonna come back and cut a cake. My sister actually made my wedding cake that day. My sister knows how to bake and she makes really cute wedding cakes, so I thought it would be perfect for her to make me like a small version of our wedding cake so we can celebrate tonight. I asked her to make me a small version and she did. I'll show you guys later when we get back, but for now I have to change. I'm gonna wear this cute dress that I've had for a very long time, and I just never had a good event or a place for me to wear this, so I'm gonna wear it today because it's white with blue. I'll show you guys. I still can't believe it's been a year since we got married. Let me just get dressed, but I'll show you guys the dress because it's so pretty. So this is the dress. It just has blue flowers all over it. It just reminds me of the something blue idea of you having something blue on your wedding day. So I think this dress is just gonna be my wedding anniversary dress to go out because I just love it. This mirror is dirty, but it's just like long and flowy. I can eat, you know, all the good stuff. It has a blue pattern. I love it. It is so pretty. I love it. I just need my earrings and we're gonna head up. I'm still reading this. I still need about 50 pages and I'm gonna do that right now. I'm enjoying it so much. My hair is crazy, but this book is crazier because the smut here, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. I'm gonna try to finish it right now. I should finish it right now because I'm gonna do my nails. I haven't done my nails in so long, and before I break them, I'm gonna do something about it because I haven't done my nails since my mom did them for my birthday. If you watched that vlog, I went to Vegas and my mom did my nails. I will link that vlog if you guys haven't watched it. You guys should. I enjoyed that vlog, but I got a new nail polish. It actually just got here, and I mean, how cute is this packaging? Look at this. It's so pretty. I'm gonna do my nails. I'm gonna finish the book, and I'm gonna try to do this as fast as I can because the sun is going down. So I'll be right back.
And his stubble brushes against my belly, and I tuck my plans aside, carefully stored in an uncluttered corner of my brain, and let myself giggle in his arms.
Good morning. It's not Wednesday, and I just dropped. This was open. I'm making coffee right now. I'm making my coffee to go to work, so I thought this was the perfect time to come here and tell you guys which book I'm gonna read next. I finished reading my book yesterday, like I told you guys, while doing my nails. By the way, my nails are done and I kind of love them. They're like an orangey red. They were supposed to be red. I was looking for a nice transitional red. This one looked red on the bottle, but once I started putting it on, it was actually more orangey, which it's more like, to me, it screams summer, not fall. I'm gonna keep looking for the red that I wanted because this was not it. Even though I do like it, I think it's more like a summery color and not the red that I was going for. I was looking for like a nice cherry red, like a jelly cherry red, if you guys know what I'm talking about. I just wanted a red and I got orange red, so that's fine. That's totally fine. Coffee is ready. I was gonna start editing this vlog already, but I really wanted to get 3 books in this video, and even though summer was over like on Friday or Saturday, one of those days, I think it was Friday. Anyways, I'm gonna upload this video until Sunday, so that gives me 3-4 days for me to read another book, and I'm gonna be reading One True Love by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Listen, I love Taylor's writing, and I've been meaning to read all of her books, but we're gonna start with this one. I've only read 2 or 3 by her. I think 3 books by her, and I'm just making sure that I always have one of her books available to me in case I need her. And I think this time I need her. I need her love stories right now because her writing is so different. I know I'm gonna get such a different love story from this book to the 2 books that I just read, which were in a way similar but different in the writing, if you know what I mean. I know this one's gonna be more like a heart-wrenching story, and I have a feeling I'm gonna cry, and that's what I'm here for. This is why I chose this book, because I kind of want to suffer through a love story. We're gonna start this one, and I'll see you guys later.
The call we had been waiting for came, but it went nothing like we expected. Francine developed such strong panic attacks that Joe flew her home and checked her into a hospital.
I got myself into this. I knew I was gonna cry. And I know I'm gonna keep crying. No. What's gonna happen? I am about to finish reading the last book. I have like, I want to say 60 pages left into One True Loves. And I have no idea what's gonna happen. I could have read this if I had had the time to. This is those kind of books that I would have read in one sitting, but it wasn't like that, so I'm gonna finish it right now. Again, I have no idea what's gonna happen. Like, I don't even have a favorite. I just want to know what happens. Like, the suspense, it's killing me because I obviously like both of them, and I don't think I've told you guys what this book is about, but at this point I don't think I will. I'm gonna wait until I'm done with it and I'll tell you guys more about it. I also know the movie just came out not long ago and I do want to watch it either today or tomorrow. I want to see who's streaming the movie because I do want to watch it. Like, I can't wait to finish the book to see what happens. Like I said, only 60 pages left and I don't know who our girl is gonna choose. So the suspense is killing me, but I'm about to find out because I'm not gonna move from this spot until I'm done with that book. And I'm also annotating. I need my marker. I need to go grab that because I am annotating the heck out of this book. I knew it was gonna be different. I knew the writing was gonna be beautiful, and so far it hasn't disappointed me. We'll see what happens. I really don't know. Hey, Coda. Oh, always so beautiful. Always after my jewel. I just finished the book. I finished it, closed it, and I threw it across the room. Okay, not across the room. I threw it across the couch. I'm gonna need a few seconds to minutes, hours to wrap my head around what happened. I can't say I was expecting it. Okay, I was not expecting it actually. I don't know, I wasn't ready for it. Even though I thought I was not ready for it. I do want to watch the movie. Maybe even tonight. I'm not sure. But no, not tonight. Tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it. But I'm gonna come back and do a wrap up on the books I read. But I'm gonna need a few seconds for this one to sink in. I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm gonna do a quick wrap up of the books that I read for this vlog, and just because this video is already a bit longer than I thought it would be, I'm gonna do this fairly quick. And it's been a few days since I finished reading this book, so I already talked to, of course he's calling me, my husband called me, and then my camera turned off because I didn't have space in my card anymore. So talk about timing. I can't remember what I was saying. Just know that this vlog is already longer than I thought it would be, and I already did the edits on it, and I think that I talked enough about each book except for the last book. Quick recap on the books that I read. I started with Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. 5 out of 5. This is hands down one of my favorite romance books of all time. I love the characters, and I did mention how there was a magical realism element that I didn't know about in this book, and that just made it even better. It was mentioned from the beginning, this idea of how this town was kind of magical and it would make things happen as they needed, or if someone had to be there, they would be there just one way or another. Things would happen just depending on what the town needed or what the people in the town needed. So this magical realism within the town, I thought it was amazingly done because it was not too much of it. It was not like, oh, there's like a whole magical element to the story. I just like the way that it was incorporated. It was not too much of it, but it was enough to be like, oh, this is magic, this is love, this is a great love story. So I really did enjoy that book. 5 out of 5. Love the characters, well-rounded characters. All in all, great book. And the second book that I read was Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. Again, amazing romance story. I am gonna give it 4 out of 5 stars. We obviously know that the characters are gonna end up together. It's just a matter of how it's gonna happen. To be fair, it happened fairly quick. I was happy with that because we get to see their romance, not just the romance in the last 50 pages, which was really nice to see. Again, the only thing about this book, in my opinion, was that there was no like a real problem or a real issue keeping them two apart. We didn't get that big conflict, as in like what would keep these characters apart, like how would they make it out together. Our main character, Elsie, she would cope to whatever someone needed. In this case, for example, if her parents wanted her to be one way, she would be that way. She would lie or pretend to like certain things or do certain things just to please others. And Jack, or MMC, was able to pick that out really quick. Once he met her, he knew the type of person that Elsie was, and he just helped her out to be more herself, to do the things that she wanted, to say no to people, to stand up for herself, to say no to her mom. Especially, there was like a little thing with her mom and her family and her brothers, and that was kind of like a side thing, just showing how she likes to please others, and she would do whatever the mom wanted her to do. So that was the only thing that I noticed where our main character helped her to. Again, in these two books, our MMC has helped our FMC like realize their worth and become a better person in a way, like in their own way. They're just like elevating their own selves in a way, which I really appreciated. Again, 4 out of 5. These two stories were like in the same kind of realm. They were like very similar in the way that they were written. Obviously very different themes, different writers, everything is different, but they felt like similar, if that makes sense. Both of them spicy. This one, off the roof. Like the spice in this one, you have to know what you're getting yourself into. With this one, Part of Your Role was also spicy, but not as descriptive as this one, if you know what I mean. So, really good books. I said I was gonna do this fast, and here I am, still not done. The last book I read is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and 5 out of 5. I knew exactly what I wanted out of this book, and it delivered. I knew I was gonna cry. I cried so much with this story. This book is about this girl that loses her husband to an accident, a helicopter accident, and she has to learn how to love again. She wants to be happy. She wants to give love a second try. So in comes a second romance in her life, and she's living her best life. She's moving on. She's happy. So there's a lot of grief in the book. There's a lot of talk about grief. A big chunk of this book is about that and how to live with it and how to move on, or how to move forward with grief and leaving it behind, or you know, like aspects of life, and giving love a second chance. It is in the synopsis. So plot twist, her husband is actually alive and he comes back, and now she has to figure out which one she's gonna stay with. I thought I was gonna be ready for who she chose, and I was gonna be okay with either choice, but apparently I was not. I thought I was ready. I thought I knew who I wanted her to stay with. I was not. I was not ready. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. I'm not gonna say anything more about it, because if you guys haven't read it, I really hope you guys pick this one up. It's gonna make you feel all the feels. And the reason why I say this book was different from the others is because the writing was different. I knew exactly what I was gonna get out of this one. I knew I was gonna feel all the feels. I knew I was gonna have like a perfect romance story. That's exactly what happened. And if you guys haven't read any books by Taylor Jenkins Reid, just know that her writing is beautiful. I literally annotated the heck out of this book. I don't know if you guys can see, this is the most I have annotated in a book in a while, and I highlighted so many quotes, and it was just like the way that she expresses the internal monologues from our main character and everything, just the way that she expresses herself. Especially the second, I want to say the second part to the book is divided into sections. I want to say it was the second one or the third one, but it's like the one that she talks about grief and how she dealt with it, how she had to deal with it. The point of view changes to second person point of view, and that was so impactful. It hurt my soul. I was crying so much. I highlighted so much from that section, and then we moved back to like first person point of view, and yeah, it was a great story. Loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. So those are all the books that I read. I am really happy that I enjoyed all of them, honestly. That was the point. I wanted to choose books that I knew I was gonna enjoy and I was gonna like, and I'm just happy that my expectations were met. So that is all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it was a little bit long, but I appreciate you guys being here. Leave a heart emoji, or you know what, leave the envelope with a little heart emoji down in the comments if you guys made it this far. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. That was not fast at all. I said I was gonna do this really quick. It's 13 minutes later. I tried.